make sure no one's coming down the street. G'day and welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm gonna be doing a few little bits and pieces, even though it's the middle of winter, you know, well, still the first half of winter, but I really like to imagine that we're further along than we actually are. But even though it's winter, a few things going on, a few things I want to get in order. One of them is these hedges. Hey, going? Awkward, they're looking at me, they're looking at me, help, help, help. They're still looking at me. That's awkward. It just makes it even funnier that I recorded that little clip to be like, hey, I'll just check no one's there. I literally do that all the time. I walk across to look down the street, make sure no one's coming past. Anyway, Top Buxus, more so an Instagram thing, but they sent me some of their products, some of this health mix and some granular product as well. So I'm gonna be putting some of that onto my hedges out the front here. You don't see as much of this stuff, but I've got heaps of Buxus across here, got it there, got it down alongside that little pathway to the bloody neighbour's home. Down to the letterbox. There's more fucking people walking past now and I just, what? Go away. Stop looking at me. Can everyone just honestly leave me alone? God, what was I saying? Yeah, so I put up an Instagram poll the other day to help make a decision here because I've got these Buxus alongside this section and across here. And I put up the poll and was like, well, should I keep it or not? Because I think I'd prefer to have that as a live, open sort of garden bed. Bring a lot more colour and some natives. Hopefully in frame right now is that shrub down the end there with the purple flowers. Just a bit more colour and stuff into it. I don't want, maybe down the middle there is my like nice straight, you know, clean Buxus, but then that garden bed on the other side of the driveway and this one over here, a bit more live and colourful and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm actually going to rip these out because yeah, it's just a lot of maintenance on the Buxus too, like a lot of hedging work to be done once they're all thriving and healthy. So yeah, those are all getting ripped out. The back down there is about 12 linear meters, and then if I may as well go from the hose here, then we've got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So yeah, that's 15 or 16. And from this broken one, 1, 2, 3, would you fucking believe it? There's this other dude right now walking past with his dog, just like staring at the camera. He's got headphones on. He's sort of... Oh, come on, Nick. Just talk. Now, like something's gonna happen and the bloody mic's not even switched on or something. What are we at? We're at like 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's really important to be nice and scientific with your measurements. 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we're talking like 45. Out the back, I've got a, I'm just gonna call it 50. I'm gonna call it 50 linear meters of hedges. So what we're doing with this health mix here is taking out the tablets and mixing 1 tablet into a litre of water per 10 meters squared of hedge. Now, I don't really know how to measure that. Is it, because it's like a volume, if it's width and height? There's someone walking down, this dude's walking down with a footy. He's gonna look at me too. I need scissors. Next person's gonna come past and steal the camera now. So yeah, things like that, measuring how much to use is something that I really get into my head about. And it says meters squared, but it's like volume, but maybe it's like just linear meters time, I don't really know. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I've calculated about 50 well, don't do it like that. I've calculated about 50 linear meters. So I'm going to just put in 4 tablets because these ones here, that's nothing. That means a lot of love. Some of those ones over there are a lot thicker and fuller, and the one out the back is thicker and fuller too. So let's do that. I think it says 5 minutes to dilute. So while that dilutes, I'm sure I could have done this in the actual sprayer as well, but everything I've seen has said mix it separately and then put it in your sprayer, so whatever. I'm gonna show you something else I did. There's a fair few weeds popping up, nice bit of clover there. A few other bits and pieces. I didn't use pre-emerger on the front lawns because of the seed that I used. Overseeding it with rye. Can you shut up? Yeah, so I overseeded it, so I couldn't use pre-emergent, and I'm really starting to see some weeds pop up, and that's going to be a video probably in the next couple of weeks. But what I did last week, Friday, so yeah, 5 days ago, came out and took my pitchfork, there's a video on Instagram, but stabbed some holes in these edges where I tried to spray the weeds in the cracks, got a bit of spray drift and have killed off the edges. So I've seeded them. As you would expect, there is a fair amount of weeds germinating in there because my kikuyu is not going to spread and fill in at this time of year. So that's just something to watch, is that little project and trying to fill in these edges with some seed. There's some roadworks near my house where they've obviously finished their little section and it's thrown some seed out, and I see grass germinating. So you know what? I don't see why that won't happen here too. Well, something I just decided to do was these hedges while I wait for that to dissolve, because I've needed to do them for ages. Of course, there's a lady about to walk past with her dog. How you going? Haircut? Yeah, little trim. Can't really understand why these 4 are so tiny. These 2 are quite big, but I don't know. Hopefully they'll all grow together. Now there's a couple just about to walk down the road as well. This is why I record generally in the morning. And I never will record in the afternoon on the front lawn again. How you going? Fair bit of work to go on those. I need to thicken and fill in, but overall, not too bad. Rightio, well, I turned that into a bigger job than it needed to be, but that's all right. So I'll tip in this diluted mixture. I mean, it probably makes sense it dilutes in the bucket. Then when you pour it in, it sort of gets mixed around again and combined. So yeah, makes sense to mix it separate. Also, if anyone's a rose expert, I really want to get my roses looking good next spring and summer and flowering really well. So I think you're meant to do a hard prune in winter. So late winter, now. If anyone knows, please comment. Now I'm going to do alongside down to the letterbox there where I trim those hedges, that little bit out the back, then cut some grass. It is, the lawn's in good nick after all. Someone else walking past. All right, got time for a single cut. Let's get it done. Look, for the most part, this front lawn, it's in pretty good condition. Like, you take some of the main sections, really nice colour. You know, the rye is growing a lot. I simply can't keep up with the rye at the moment. It's just growing too quick. And I'm leaving straggly bits behind, but anyway, that is what it is. Trying to get the stripes looking their best. It's just really not happening for me. I think the lower the sun sits in the sky, it really does affect. Kind of trying to be able to get those effects. It is also only the first mow doing this pattern, I guess. So anyway, let's hope some of this seed germinates around the edges and we can fill some of those in and see how that goes. Shut up. Hopefully the start of this video was a bit of a laugh. I won't be recording out the front in the afternoon if I can avoid it again, but yeah, look, we'll get those hedges looking good. We'll keep the front lawn ticking along. It's only like 7-8 weeks until spring, so we'll get there. We'll keep things ticking along. We'll get things set up, ready for the growing season, ready for renovations. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm gonna walk past now. Help me sign off the video? Probably not. Thanks for watching. See you next time.